DNA plays a role in everything your child does, from her silly behavior to her erratic sleeping patterns. The December issue of American Baby shows you how you can determine which of your behaviors was passed along to your baby. And here to break it down for us is Laura Kalehoff, executive editor of American Baby. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
This is really exciting because I know a lot of times when you see a child and you see them smile or a certain expression, you think, wow, that's just like your mother.
And it's true. It is, because so many facial expressions are inherited that you wouldn't realize are. And these start at 6 months of age for lots of babies. They start mimicking their parents' expressions. It's wild.
So it's a learned trait? It's not a genetic thing?
It's actually not a copycat behavior. Even babies who were born blind, there have been studies done that even babies who are born blind start to mimic their parents' facial expressions. For instance, of deep focus or concentration, or, you ever see someone who kind of sticks their tongue out of their mouth when they're concentrating? That sort of stuff.
No, never done that ever. Actually, I catch myself doing it. It's kind of embarrassing. Sleep patterns, that's another thing that you can pass on, true?
Yes, it's true. I mean, we all hope to have a great sleeper, and if you don't, sometimes you only have yourself to blame because it really is partly inherited. Whether you need complete darkness to go to sleep, whether you're a morning person, a night person. So being a good sleeper or not is a large part dependent on your own.
I like to sleep a whole lot. So hopefully when the time comes and I have a little one, that baby will be passed out.
Yes, we can
most
hope.
of the time, and not crying, hopefully.
Right.
Another thing is handling stress. That's something that you can, do you teach them, or is it something in the genes?
Well, it starts even when you're pregnant. It's interesting. There have been studies that women who deal with stress, not so well while they're pregnant, actually their stress hormones affect their baby's nervous system, so they can actually be born more susceptible to being stressed out. But the good thing is that you can really reverse that in the first year of life.
Okay.
So a mom who is very responsive to her child, calm, is more likely to be able to overcome that, and the baby will actually be more relaxed.
I guess also on the same token, while you're pregnant, try not to stress out, if you will, or if you can. I mean, it's stressful in and of itself.
Yeah, pregnancy is a stressful period, of course, and so you don't want to be stressing out about being stressed out either. So, but if you can, try to develop some relaxation methods for yourself and for the baby. So, because it will.
Enough with the stress. Let's move on to the sense of humor, because that can be really cute if you share those types of things with your baby.
And it's funny, being a quick to laugh kind of personality is actually something that's partly inherited. I mean, it's nature and nurture, so you can, your baby can inherit your sense of humor if you are very quick to laugh, and also if you enjoy certain types of, like, let's say watching crazy cat videos on YouTube or whatever, your quirky sense of humor, they can get used to what you're doing and think, mom thinks that's funny, I'm laughing.
That's great. And then when you have several children, sometimes, say you have two, right? They can be completely opposite of each other. How does that occur? Because they're coming from the same parents.
I know, isn't it weird? It's weird, but there's infinite combinations of genes. So it's like, you can't expect two kids to be exactly the same, and often they're polar opposites, but also it's a matter of how you're parenting them, because you're probably responding to, let's say, your colicky child a lot differently than you were your easygoing baby, brother. So, and because of that, the baby develops differently as well. You're never parenting the same child, different children the same way.
That's true, because the first one, there's all that attention. You're so nervous about making sure you do it right. The second one is like, forget about it. I've been down this road before. You'll be fine. All right, Laura Kalehoff from American Baby, thanks so much for joining us today. We do appreciate it.